My name is Kelsey Fall. I'm currently a third-year business student, majoring in supply chain management and minoring in textiles and apparel. And I'm originally from Seattle, Washington, but I grew up in Anchorage, Alaska. The first time I heard about Texas 4000 was at orientation before my freshman year. Someone saw on my name tag that I was from Alaska, and the first thing they said to me was, "You must know all about Texas 4000." And I guess I gave them a really blank stare because they started explaining it to me, and all I could think was, those kids have to be crazy. Like, who would ever want to do that? But the more I heard about it and the more I heard about their mission, the more I wanted to become involved. So we housed some of the 2011 riders, and just the 2 days I spent with them was enough to convince me that this is something that I have to do. I ride for a lot of reasons, but there's 3 women that I primarily joined this organization for. The first one is my Aunt Kathy, who was diagnosed with breast cancer when I was 10 years old, and her son was only about 7, and it was just amazing to see how he stepped up and helped and has continued his whole life helping my aunt through everything that she's been through. And the second person is my Aunt Susan, who was diagnosed with breast cancer about 1.5 years ago, and she somehow, while going through chemotherapy, managed to row in a huge national competition and beat cancer all at the same time, and I still don't know how she did it. And the third person is Liz Ho, who was not my volleyball coach, but her husband was, and she somehow managed to always remember my name, my team, my high school, everything, and it wasn't just me, it was every single girl that played volleyball in Anchorage. And she passed away this past January, so I ride for them because they've taught me so much about what it means to be a good person and just how to be strong in one of the toughest situations that life can throw at you. It's really hard for me to pick one because I think my favorite thing about Texas 4000 is how connected they all are. You can't fight cancer if you don't have the hope, but you can't hope to beat it if you don't even know what you're fighting against. And that's what we're here working so hard for, is to raise the money to fund the charities that create the knowledge that drives the hope.